But with that said, let's go ahead and round off the end of this podcast of talking about Black Adam. So we've been waiting years, and I literally mean years. It was announced, I think, over 5 years ago that Black Adam was gonna be having his own film. At first, it was gonna be up in the Shazam movie, and then it was like, "Yo, this character deserves his own film. Let's go ahead and give him his own film." And with all the stuff that was happening with DC and everything else, and them like having like subpar type movies or just kind of divided and mixed and not well received films, it was kind of like put on the backboard. Like, do we really want to do this? So it's like they're trying to get their footing now, and it shows that they're kind of getting their footing now. Aquaman doing $1 billion, Shazam being a really, really good film, and basically having positive reviews. And then Joker, as I mentioned earlier, doing $1 billion. Even though it's not connected, it's showing an interest in DC again. And then we're gonna go see what is it? Birds of Prey is going to do, and I'm not gonna say the long ass title. And then we got Wonder Woman coming out next year. We're gonna see what both of those movies doing. If Birds of Prey does really well, which I have my doubts with that, and if Wonder Woman does really well, which it more than likely will, it's going to more than likely solidify more properties being brought in, and maybe just a Man of Steel 2. Of course, we got the Batman coming out. Really not too sure if it's still going to be connected to that, the continuity of the BVS, which I like to call it the BVS timeline, but BVS universe. But at the same time, we were waiting. We didn't know what was happening with Black Adam. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson didn't know. It was just like it's coming out, but we really didn't hear anything until recently was told to us by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson that this movie is officially confirmed to come out, and the release date is December 22nd, 2021, and that kind of like a date that we're gonna talk about it a little bit. I'm gonna add a little bit to it, but just kind of like the rumors confirmed that's been added on to it is that Hawkman is gonna be up in there, and maybe Dr. Fate, and these rumors or whatever, as well as Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson has came out in an interview with Screen Rant, and basically on his press circuit with the upcoming Jumanji movie, talking about the JSA, which is the Justice Society of America, is going to be introduced into the film. Now, we don't know for sure if that is correct, but that seemed kind of exciting. I don't know. Like, to have a little bit more elements to it, it makes it a little bit more exciting to have more characters, more things, more interactions involved in it. I don't know. I really felt like maybe they should focus on maybe another Shazam movie, and then Black Adam would be a part of that and be the villain up in that movie. I feel like that probably would have been better. But hey, I mean, maybe they have a great script for it, and they feel like, yeah, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I'm just calling him The Rock. I guess they feel like The Rock is more of a main character type person, even though he, with his acting skill, he can play a main villain, really like awesome, But I guess they feel like they want to have him in the forefront as the main character in his own movie. So there is nothing wrong with that, especially if it ends up bringing in more money. Hell, go ahead, do what you do. And I'm excited about this. I really am excited to see what Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is going to do with a Black Adam type film. Now, looking at the date, I told you I was going to get back to it. Getting back to the date. If you hadn't noticed, or if you don't know, Avatar 2 is coming out, which its date is going to be December 17th, 2021. And that poses a question. Who's going to blink first? My money is on Black Adam, because we had this whole thing before where Wonder Woman was going head to head with, was it Star Wars or Avatar? But they were going against a major film. I think it was Avatar with this movie with Wonder Woman 1984. That's why it got ended up getting moved, and basically for more, because of that, as well as they can have a little bit more time with it to flesh it out and correct and do it up a little bit better than what they might do. If it's good, make it real good, something like that. And this is another thing where you're putting a unknown character up against a franchise that is really known and that more than likely has a lot more going behind it, especially being behind Disney now. Yeah, that was a date where y'all should have looked at it as like, okay, before we set a flag on a date, what's all coming out around this? And you got Avatar 2 coming out within the same week. I don't think that that's gonna fly. I think that Black Adam is going to get knocked into 2022, or maybe they might push it up to earlier, maybe like about a month or two up in 2021. But more than likely, it's not gonna be Avatar that blinks, especially with them setting the Star Wars Avatar thing going every year. Nah, and Disney trying to basically make a play. They're basically like, yo, we're doing something big. We got Disney Plus streaming service. We got all these new shows, all these new movies coming out, blah blah blah, and all this stuff. Like, we're trying to do some stuff. We're not about to move because, man, who would move? If you own Avatar and you had a date December 17th and they put Black Adam December 22nd within like days of your movie coming out, and you know that Avatar 2 more than likely is going to make maybe $1 billion, and has a better chance of making $1 billion than Black Adam, you ain't about to move. You about to be like, oh, hey, you go ahead and put your stuff there, but don't blame me if you if you lose money out, because you're basically putting yourself in a position because you or in a bad position, because the same audience that's going to go see Black Adam more than likely is the same audience that's going to go see Avatar, and vice versa. So it's like that would be a bad move for that date. I feel like they either should push it back or push it up and just go from there, because them coming out within days of Avatar 2 is not going to work. Not going to work at all. But despite that, I hope they move. I hope this movie is great. I hope it does good financially. I hope it does the Avatar. I hope it does the Aquaman thing where it is received positively financially by audience and critics and everything else. Because I am really looking forward to this movie. Really am. And I hope that it is good. Can't wait to the first trailer of it. And hey, I mean, it is what it is. But